Hello and welcome. Today we've got something special for you. So sit down, take a ride, and enjoy. Hello and welcome to a special video. Something that I've never done before. Or I don't remember if I ever did. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before. A lot of people have been asking lately, DCompose, what do you think of the new Spider-Man Web of Shadows game? So I decided that I was actually going to review the game, since it's Spider-Man oriented, and I feel I'm obliged to make a video on pretty much anything Spider-Man. So, without further ado, here is my review of the game Spider-Man Web of Shadows. So sit down, stick around, and enjoy. So before we actually start the review, just to let you guys know, I have a Nintendo Wii. I don't have an Xbox 360, I don't have a PS3, I have a Wii. So I'm going to be reviewing this for the Nintendo Wii. So to start off with, a lot of people say, okay, you know, Kevin, is the game good, is the game not good? This is kind of how I see things, okay? This game can be kind of classified into two different areas. If you are an avid gamer and like gaming, you know, you're big into the Halo stuff, you're big into games like BioShock, stuff like that. And there's the other side of this medallion, which is the fan of the Spider-Man franchise in general. A comic book fan, a fan of the TV series, a fan of Spider-Man games. Now, if you're one of those hardcore gamers, okay, you know, and if like on the Wii, the only kind of games you like are Zelda and, you know, high-end games, you know, games that are just phenomenal, then you might not exactly like this one, because it's kind of a repetitive game, it repeats itself a lot, and it's just Spider-Man beating up a whole bunch of different people. If you're a fan of the comic book series, though, and you're a fan of the TV series or whatever, if you're a fan of Spider-Man in general, you're going to enjoy the game because you're going to see a lot of the villains and all that you kind of like to see. This game is a vast improvement over the Spider-Man 3 game for the Nintendo Wii and the Spider-Man Friend or Foe game. Because this is kind of like going back to the Spider-Man 2 game, I find. It's kind of got the same feel as the Spider-Man 2 game, but it's a lot easier to control with the Wii this time around. In the Spider-Man 3 game, you had to go like this to swing. Swing, 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 swing. One arm swing, the other arm, the other arm, the other arm. It got to be so freaking annoying I couldn't even play the game anymore because I couldn't stand that. Now, while in this version of the game, the Wii controls are actually a lot easier to use. It's pretty simple. A is to jump, B is to punch, Z is to swing a web in the face of somebody or shoot a web. And Z and C are reversals, and you know, you get like your combination buttons. To swing the web though from building to building, it's simple. No more going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, which is just a pain in the butt. It's just one remote, this remote, just like that. That's it. One flick, swings a web, that's it. You don't need to swing out of the two hands. You only one web, both hands on the same web. It's awesome. So much easier than this motion here, which was just so freaking annoying, and the timing had to be right, and oh, I couldn't stand it. Anyways, so that's a huge plus for the game. Now, talking about the game in general, if you're a Spider-Man fan, like I said, and not this huge avid gamer that only plays games that are right awesome, you know, and not really interested into Spider-Man, then you're going to enjoy the game. The game kind of has the storyline that was used in the Avengers before Secret Invasion actually started. And it's, what if the symbiotes, or symbiotes, would multiply themselves, and the next thing you know, the whole city of New York is overrun by symbiotes. And that's pretty much what it is. All these people get infected by the symbiotes and become kind of like little Venoms running around and stuff. You know, which is cool. It's neat in a way. I mean, Venom is a key character in the game, and he causes this whole symbiote infestation to happen. During the game, you're going to keep progressively meeting new characters. Are going to help you train and all that, like Luke Cage, Wolverine, and all that stuff, Moon Knight. And you're going to systematically notice that more and more people are walking strange and all that because they're infected with the symbiotes. And eventually everybody's going to be taken over. So the game's kind of divided into two chapters, if you will. There's the pre-infestation, where it's actually starting, and the infestation, which is in the middle, and the post-infestation. You're going to play a few levels. Then at one point you're going to be asked to go free the Tinkerer, because the symbiotes are taken over. The Tinkerer's in jail. And for those of you who don't know, Tinkerer is the man who made most of Spider-Man's villains, costumes, suits, gadgets. He is a very, he actually appeared in Amazing Spider-Man #2 was his first appearance. He's a vastly known as to being a huge creative genius in the evil underground. So they're actually, Spider-Man is asked to free Tinkerer from jail by Kingpin and them in order to try to help them build a machine that will stop the symbiotes. So Spider-Man goes to the jail and frees the Tinkerer. And when he comes back to New York with the Tinkerer, then all hell's breaking loose. Everybody's infected with the symbiotes. The whole city's covered in black goo, strands of it from building to building. It's a really vibrant New York City in the beginning of the game, and then the further on you get after you come back out of the jail with Tinkerer, you'll notice that the whole city's basically gone to shit. So it's kind of a different, or it's a more dark appeal to the game at that point. You're going to continue on and do different missions, fight different bosses. You're going to fight Electro, you're going to fight the Vulture, you're actually going to fight Wolverine at one point, you're going to fight the Black Cat, and probably as you would have guessed by now, some of these guys are going to get infected by the symbiotes. Actually, most of them will be infected by symbiotes. So you're going to face these villains normal, and you're going to face all these villains wearing the black costume, you know, being infested with the symbiotes. So it's kind of a neat take on some of the characters, to see like Black Cat, what he would look like if she were infected by the Venom symbiote, or to see Wolverine if he was infected by it, the same as Electro, Vulture. So it's kind of neat. I mean, those things are neat in the game. Like I said, it's good for a fan. The fans are really going to enjoy the game and that aspect of it.